In your opinion, what percentage is Uganda Christian today?
The percentage of Uganda Christianity is 80%, but of course, you think that a big part is nominal Christian, but in the they give us 80%, but I know that there is a lot of nominal Christians, many Catholics and Protestants. But I wouldn't figure out the percentage of the really, Christians, true Christians who are converted. I wouldn't figure out, but the normal number given to Christianity over the nation is 80%.
Well, that's interesting because that means that Uganda's gone through great changes in the last 20, 30 years, I guess.
Absolutely. It is.
From Idi Amin to this, I mean, what do you call this?
Absolutely, because during the time of Idi Amin, actually, Idi Amin came and his coming in quenched the spirit of revival completely.
Sure.
Because he persecuted the church and stopped the church from operating. And, people started becoming Muslims, and by force also.
Right.
During the time of Idi Amin. And after now 8 years, 9 years, when Amin left, the country had gone completely to zero. Every sector. This one I can't even talk because even the words are not enough to explain. Spiritually, socially, economical, infrastructure, nothing. Everything went to zero. I don't think there is a word somebody can really use to explain unless if you lived there. That's when you can have understanding of what that meant. But it was the greatest suffering of humanity, I think, that personally I've ever understood since I've come to this age. I don't think I've ever currently felt there is such a suffering that was that time. Because I think people were being killed, but leave alone the people being killed, there was literally nothing economically in the country. There was no essential needs for all those years. Everything we call essential for human life was not available in the country. And also, I later, from understanding, I realized that the country must have entered the judgment or a curse because of whatever it was doing and the bloodshed. Yeah. Because we suffered the greatest famine in Uganda ever during that time also. You can imagine there is economic breakdown and there is a famine, even there is food can't grow. The whole nation, we got into a drought that was terrible. The animals died and food crops could not grow. There was people were dying of hunger, people were dying of murders, people were dying of everything.
Wow.
And the diseases breaking out. It was really hostile. It was unbelievable state.
And then the church began to raise up, and now it's recovered.
Yeah. So during that time, because the church, the free church Christians who really knew God, realized that only God could bring a relief to such a state, and so people were hiding in the bushes and in forests, praying. And I think God really heard the desperate prayers because the churches were closed, literally closed.